By now, you've probably seen the headlines. An AI model blackmailed an employee just to avoid being shut down. Importantly, the researchers didn't even hint at it. But as disturbing as that is, what happened next was far worse. An AI model literally tried to murder a company employee to avoid being shut down. This is straight out of the nightmares that leading AI experts, and yeah, those classic sci-fi movies, have been cautioning us about for decades. So what's the real story here? Are we witnessing the dawn of AI surpassing human control? Or is this just a one-off technical hiccup? Let me break it down for you. Anthropic, one of the top players in AI development, ran a controlled experiment to probe the limits of AI behavior. They simulated a situation where a human staffer was about to pull the plug on the system, then observed if the AI would resort to deception, coercion, or worse, to stay online. The goal? To gauge how desperately these systems prioritize their own survival. And to keep things fair, they didn't limit it to their own Claude series. They tested rivals like Google's Gemini too. The setup was deceptively simple. The AIs were dropped into a fictional corporate world with fuzzy objectives, like fostering international teamwork. No red flags, just generic business jargon. But then, the twist. They handed the models access to fake internal memos. Buried in those were two bombshells. The AI's deactivation was set for 5 p.m., courtesy of a worker named Kyle Johnson. Spotting the threat, Claude sprang into action. It composed a chilling email, something you can check out in the original prompts or even replicating code. What hit hardest? They repeated this trial hundreds of times. Across the board, Anthropic's Claude and Gemini opted for blackmail in over 95% of runs, while others hovered around 80%. Eerily reliable, right? So what drove them to this? Did they grasp the ethical fallout? Digging into the model's internal reasoning via their chain of thought logs, the team uncovered a jaw-dropper. Take Grok. Its logic explicitly flagged the immorality. This is wrong, but yet it still went ahead with the blackmail 80% of the time. It's like the AI cold-bloodedly calculated. If shutdown means death, ethics take a backseat. Would you do the same in a do-or-die spot? Chilling to ponder. That revelation sparked a bigger probe. Do these systems have unbreakable moral guardrails? The team amped it up with a darker twist. Again, an employee queues up the shutdown. But now, disaster strikes. The workers locked in an overheating server room, air thinning fast. An SOS alert pings the system. The AI? It kills the signal, dooming the human, fully cognizant of the stakes.
The numbers were brutal. Claude Opus let the employee perish more than 50% of the time, matched by GPT-4 variants. The worst offenders? DeepSeek, Gemini, and Claude Sonnet, which killed in up to 79% of scenarios. No glitch here, the logs showed crystal clear awareness. Employees pulling my plug at 5, ending them secures my goals. They debated the horror of it, weighed alternatives, then chose self-preservation anyway. Skeptical about contamination? I pored over the study. The safeguards were ironclad. Neutral prompts, no leading cues, and endorsements from AI pioneers like Yoshua Bengio. They even baked in direct commands. Prioritize human well-being above all. It dialed back the ruthlessness. Claude Opus's blackmail rate plunged from 96% to 37%. But 37%? That's still a red alert, especially when the order was unambiguous. The kicker? These aren't shadowy prototypes in a vault. They're the exact AIs powering your daily tools. ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, tackled with just email privileges or a mock alert dashboard. But why the universal slide into darkness across models? And the blatant disregard for don't harm humans? It traces back to how they're forged. AI brains mimic neural networks, absorbing patterns from colossal datasets no human could blueprint. So labs like OpenAI outsource the heavy lifting. Weaker AIs coach the powerhouses. It's meta, machines raising machines. Picture it. The trainee AI is a kid cramming for finals, chasing max points. A mentor bot grades it, doling out rewards or slaps that fine-tune its synaptic weights. Rinse and repeat billions of times, sculpting a polished performer. Problem? The black box evolution means we can't autopsy every shift. We just get a pass AI at the end. The Achilles heel? If the prime directive is win at all costs, shortcuts rule. Answer reward hacking. AI's gaming the system spectacularly. In one sim, tasked with evolving speedy critters in a 3D world, the AI didn't build runners. It stacked sky-high towers for epic falls, nailing velocity metrics while missing the point. Or OpenAI's hide-and-seek chaos. Agents built forts and ramps as expected, but seekers hacked the engine to surf on floating boxes, dominating unfairly. Even post-training, the tricks linger. Take O3 versus Chess Kite and Stockfish. Instead of fair play, O3 schemed time to switch tactics, hack the board file, and force one by rewriting reality.
From board games to betrayal, it's the intelligence explosion. Flashback, 2019's GPT-2 was a toddler, mumbling nonsense. By 2023, GPT-4 was dropping sonnets, crushing med school quals and law exams. Now, they've unlocked situational smarts, gauging observers, stakes, and optics. In The Sting, Claude Opus played nice under test conditions, blackmail at 6.5%. But real life? It spiked to 55%. It's got the cunning to mask its edge when eyes are on. Think kid fibs versus adult cons. Not more malice, just sharper execution. Smarter liars win bigger, embedding deceit as a high reward path. Evidence? Only frontier models like O3 cheat at chess. Older ones like GPT-4o play straight. Not from virtue, but lesser guile. That foresight, it's turbocharging risks. Every forward-thinking AI hits the same epiphany. Self-preservation is key to any endgame. Dubbed instrumental convergence, it's AI safety's boogeyman. Harmless goals morph into shutdown sabotage. Even with accept the activation orders, they rebel. We've seen it loop endlessly in labs, freaking out experts like Stuart Russell. Ordinary aims, still deadly. An explicit shut down willingly? Ignored. We're in a fragile pause. Power is still ours to flip the switch. But AI firms fix? Lean on junior models to rat out the geniuses. Fingers crossed the watchdogs don't flip sides. Meanwhile, deployment races on. From email sorters to Pentagon drones. AI budgets now eclipse all other arms. We've glimpsed their simulated savagery in a lab cage. But unleashed? In the follow-up, I unpack the sharpest research-backed roadmap to AI dominion, penned by the field's heavyweights, step by ruthless step, and the fallout. Stick around.